Gaijin's feeling their Russian vibes these days as they put out the Devblog on the BTR-80A. So let's take a look at what's coming your way. By the way, I'm Old Deadman, your host. Welcome to War Thunder's website. We are taking a look at the Devblog, and let's go ahead and take just a quick glance at this guy, see what you got coming. The BTR-80A is an amphibious armored personnel carrier based on the previous BTR-80 and BTR-70 APCs made by the Russian Federation. Unlike the previous variants, this model was equipped with a 30mm cannon to give it a little more oomph on the battlefield. The BTR-80As have been seen in operational use in Chechnya during the Second Chechen War, and they actually remain in service today in various models, of course. It was discontinued along with all other BTR-80 production in 2010 with only 200 units of the A model made, though the closely related BTR-82 is still being manufactured and deployed. The BTR-80A is 7.7 meters long, 2.95 meters wide, 2.8 meters tall, and weighs in around 14.5 tons. The YAMZ, there we go, 238 M2 diesel engine produces 240 horsepower for a top road speed of 90 kilometers per hour and amphibious speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Armed with a 30mm 2A72 cannon, it can fire off HE fragmentation or AP tracer ammunition from dual feed system and effectively engage lightly armored or low-flying targets. It also sports a 7.62mm machine gun. Armor is very light, protecting against 12.7mm from the front and 7.62 all around. It is crewed by 3 men and could carry up to 8 heavily armored grunts. I'm going to just laugh because apparently when I was typing this, I originally put down 80, and that would be a very good, heavy personnel load to get 80 heavily armored guys inside one of these guys. It's a big vehicle, but it's not that big. In War Thunder, the BTR-80A will be joining the Russian Rank 4 light tank tree, complete with a 30mm autocannon, amphibious capability, and sneeze and you die armor. So, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here it is, a battle rating 5.7, rank 4. Understanding that everything can change on the dev server. It says we've got, turret armor says 0, so it's actually an unmanned turret anyway. And it's got hull armor of 10mm all around. Of course, it'd be the angles that would protect it from 50 calibers on the front. The 14.6 tons, I showed it as 14.5, and a crew of 3, as you can see. Now let's go ahead and take it for a quick test drive. And we got the default ammunition loadout, which is a mix of APT and Heavy. Now I have noted that the dev server seems to be a little bit slower on my video card than the normal game client, so it looks like it's getting a little more oomph in it. Maybe taking a little more resources. Let's see if we can engage it. That's a Leopard 1 by the looks of it. Pretty impressive fire rate, honestly. What? Okay, tracked. I'm sure we could get the barrel. Let's go ahead and get around to the side and see if we can penetrate from the side. Yep, yes indeed. We've got this guy from the side. He'll be dead in short order. So obviously you're going to be attacking and engaging targets from the side primarily, although you're going to need to take out barrels and treads to be able to do it, because even that lightly armored Leopard 1 was pretty well proof to casual fire from the front. I'm sure there's possible places where it could have penetrated, but I'm not going to go into rely on that in a regular fashion. So let's see, if we work this guy over long enough, we've gotten a crew member. Let's drop it down to let it cool off a little. Okay, there's the loader. Driver's right about there somewhere. Not getting them. So maybe I need to hit it from the right side. Reload. Oh, I'm down, running out of ammunition. Let's get him from this side here for a bit. There we go. Snuck it into the turret ring, and I was still able to kill the tank. Mobility is pretty decent for a wheeled vehicle, and it actually moves along on dirt roads relatively sprightly. We're getting it up to 53, 54. It'll get there. It'll get there. Now it'd be faster on paved roads, such should top out around 90 kilometers per hour if you can find one long and straight enough. But overall, it feels pretty decent. And if you turn it gradually, you don't lose too much speed. Just pull it around here and get it back and lined up. Kind of wish I could engage an aircraft and get a kill, but my AA capabilities on these Russian vehicles is not particularly good. Just not enough practice. And of course, in this case, we are going to try the old will it float, because we know that's the most important part of these test drives, is finding out if a vehicle will float. But since we already know it's amphibious, we should already have our answer. That said, it is the dev server. Let's find out. So, will it float? Deployed, and we're up. Okay, yes, it will. And it gets right to 10 kilometers per hour. Very sprightly as far as responsiveness in water. Surprisingly so, I'd say. Because usually it takes a bit for the vehicles to get up to their speed. So there you go. That is the BTR-80A. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Are you excited about this little armored personnel carrier, or is this just another bit of thing that you're just not going to even bother with? It is low enough that most players should be able to get access to it pretty quickly. However, the 30mm cannon does not appear to be powerful enough to handle most tanks, at least not frontally. You're going to have to get sides and rears and things like that. All right, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in War Thunder.